Gervonta Tank Davis. Let Shakur Stevenson. Devin Haney know y'all ain't built like that, bro.
I was gonna ask you, Leonard. Oh, we got one more. This is from Two-Tone Superstar. Did he get fired by Gervonta Tank Davis?
This guy's a clown.
I mean, for people who's saying that, Leonard, can you button that up and just let people know?
People, they didn't see me at the press conference. I was ill.
Yeah. That's it.
That's crazy.
And you know what's crazy is people will run with something that they don't have no facts or nothing like that, and all of a sudden it becomes the truth until you have, speak up for it.
Well, we're in a weird era of just life now where grown men be worrying about other grown men.
That's right.
Yeah. At an all-time high.
Man, we're in a weird era.
It's like the niggas in the club looking at you, but you's a bunch of girls around. Like,
yeah.
See this? Right.
All right, there y'all motherfuckers have it. You know what I'm saying? Leonard is still with Tank.
come on, man. It's
So-
still the greatest.
Now run tell that. Right,
Still-
Leonard?
It's still a mentor. A great mentor.
Sure.
Like that.
And they about to get this W, you know what I'm saying? I'm excited to see it.
If it wasn't for grown men worried about other grown men, you wouldn't even been on that podcast, Leonard. That podcast had you on there, and you went on there because they was worried about what you got going on, and you wanted to tell people what you got going on. You just didn't like. You don't like when people worry about what you got going on or what one of your fighters got going on if it's some negative shit or if it's some shit that people are critical of you over. That's all that shit was, man. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, share the video. Catch me live Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday night at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. I'm also live every Sunday morning with the Singing OG KQKC Boxing Network at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Join the channel as a member. Drop super chats and super thanks when you come by the live streams and the videos that we do. And hit me up if you want to debate. Knockoutboxing86 at yahoo.com is the email address. Let's get it cracking, though. Look, bro. So, for me, number one, everybody know I'm rocking with Tank Davis. I'm a Tank Davis fan, bro. And I gotta say, I don't know Two-Tone the Superstar, bro. I don't know him. He done came by the panel a couple times. He's always showed me respect. I give him that same respect. We both trying to push the sport of boxing forward. A lot of the shit he say, I don't agree with. I'm sure if you ask him, maybe it's a bunch of shit that I say or a bunch of takes I got that he don't agree with. But here's the fact of the matter, bro. In that clip I just played for y'all, I don't give a fuck if you the biggest Tank Davis fan or if you hate Tank Davis with all your heart, bro. It's two things that's the most kind of polarized. I don't want to say polarizing. What's the word? It's two things that people care about the most right now when it comes to Gervonta Tank Davis and what's going on with him in his career. Number one, retirement. A lot of people are asking about that. Is he serious? Is he not going to retire? Is he going to hang up the gloves for real in 2025? What happened to the Amazon deal? Is he going to break that contract? Because ain't no way a 6 or 7 fight deal that he was claiming he had earlier this year. He's only fought one of those deals with one of those fights with Frank Martin. He still got 5 fights left on that deal, supposedly. Ain't no way he going to get all 5 of them fights done in 2025. Was he serious about retiring? Was he just mad? Was it a marketing ploy? That is number one, what a lot of people care about when it comes to Gervonta Tank Davis right now. Is he retiring from the sport of boxing like he said he was in 2025? Or was he just doing some marketing shit? That's the biggest thing surrounding him. The other big thing surrounding him is exactly what the fuck Two-Tone the Superstar just asked Leonard Ellerbe, bro. That's the other big thing. What's going on with his team? Is Calvin Ford still there? Is Leonard Ellerbe still there? Did Tank Davis make some changes to his team? That is the other big thing that people care about, that people want to talk about. Now, you got haters that want to hear about the shit so they can be like, ha ha ha, he's losing his mind. He got rid of Calvin Ford. Or ha ha ha, Calvin Ford, he tried to get some money, Tank Davis fired his ass. Or ha ha ha, he left Leonard Ellerbe. Leonard Ellerbe ain't got no fighters no more. Like, so yeah, it's people that want to hear that so they can hate. And it's people that want to hear that and just care because, like, okay, he ain't training with Calvin. Who he training with? Why? Oh, he ain't with Leonard no more. Okay, he's trying to take his career into his own hands. What's going on? But to call a man a clown, bro, for simply asking a question that we all care about, that shit crazy. That don't make no sense. We care about that. Fans want to hear about that. And you want to talk about some weird shit? Here's what's weird. People in power in the sport of boxing, whether it be superstars, whether it be promoters or people that represent fighters and shit. What's weird is boxing is the only sport here in America where people get criticized for trying to cover the sport the right way. If you ain't sucking somebody off, if you're not sitting around this bitch just throwing softballs up and you asking real questions, all of a sudden people act like they want to call you out your name. They want to disrespect you. They want to act like you don't know what the fuck you talking about. And maybe there are times, and you know what, not maybe, there are times I listen to Two-Tone, I'm like, man, what the fuck is this dude talking about? But in that instance right there, like, nigga, that's a legitimate question, bro. That's something that we want to know. Because you weren't at the press conference. And you were so ill, but you look like you recovered quickly. You look good right now. And if you notice, if we really break it down, he never answered the fucking question. Which leads credence to what people are saying, what the fuck is going on with you and Tank. You never answered the question. Nigga didn't ask you how you feeling. How were you feeling on the day of Tank Davis's press conference? I was sick. Nobody asked you that. Did you get fired by him? That's a legitimate yes or no question. You didn't, there's no C. You got A, yes, the nigga fired me. B, no, he didn't fire me. C, other. None of the above. C was not an option in that question. He either fired you or he didn't. Did Tank Davis fire you? Man, I was sick. I wasn't at the press conference. I was sick. We could see you wasn't at the press conference. We could see that you weren't at the press conference, but you didn't answer the question. And you got very defensive, bro. For no fucking reason, if you ask me. That's a legitimate yes or no question. If he did, he did. If he didn't, he didn't. That's all I know, bro. So, for me, that's a denial type shit. That's some slick talk. And maybe that's why people like Leonard Ellerbe don't like straightforward questions. You feel backed into a corner. You can't bullshit your way out of a yes or no question. And so you get mad. And to the laboratory, doing the interview or whatever, you know, great job. You can't piss off your guests or whatever. But at the end, where Buddy said that, okay, there y'all have it, motherfuckers. He's still with Tank Davis. That nigga did not clear that up, bro. I'm sure he appreciates you for trying to steer it in another direction, trying to make it seem like he cleared some shit. He ain't cleared nothing up, dog. He ain't cleared nothing up, bro. At all. He didn't clear shit up in that interview about Tank Davis firing him or not. I guess we'll see the week of the fight. I guess we'll see if Leonard's in the ring with him or whatever. But these boxing, you boxing people, listen to me. You can't do this shit when people ask you legitimate questions. When people ask you legitimate questions, give an answer. Give an answer. People may not like the answer, but give a fucking answer. People didn't like that Tank Davis dismissed Shakur Stevenson and uplifted Keyshawn and said Keyshawn was doing better than Shakur and he looked better and he done more in the sport of boxing than Shakur Stevenson. People don't like that shit, but he answered the fucking question and let you know what he thought. Now go do with that what you will. And then now it came out that he's excuse me, sorry. Now it came out that he's actually negotiating with Keyshawn Davis. His comments now make a little bit more sense to you, don't they? Don't they? It is what it is. But as far as my opinion on just Tank and Leonard and did he fire Leonard Ellerbe, I don't see a need for Leonard Ellerbe, to be honest. If he did fire him, I would say it's a good move. No disrespect. I don't want nobody to lose their job or no shit like that. But what does he need Leonard Ellerbe for? Just to be in his pockets? Leonard Ellerbe ain't making his deals for him. That's Al Heyman and them negotiating his deals. He don't need Leonard Ellerbe attached to him to make his name big. He's getting much better or attached to him because let's just be real. Let's break it down. The best thing Leonard Ellerbe does is talk at press conferences. It's the best thing he does is talk at press conferences and do denials in interviews and shit. That's all he does. Good. No disrespect to him. Al Heyman was making all of Floyd's deals for Floyd. Leonard Ellerbe was just popping shit for Floyd. That's it. When it comes to Tank Davis, Al Heyman is making all his deals, right? And Leonard Ellerbe is just talking shit for Tank Davis. Well, guess what? The shit that Leonard Ellerbe is best at, people prefer that Tank Davis do it anyway. When we get to these press conferences and shit, I'm going to keep it real with you. I let the press conference start, and a lot of people that I talk to are like me. I let the shit start for about 10, 15 minutes. So that way I can fast forward because I don't give a fuck what Steven Espinoza has to say about the network when he was at Showtime. Or what the athletic director has to say about fucking Howard University. No disrespect. I don't care, bro. I want to hear from the trainers that are training the fighters. That's what I listen to. And I'm listening for the fighters themselves, bro. Everything else, I don't give a fuck about. Specifically with a star as big as Tank Davis, like we don't, like Leonard. Okay, you gonna say Tank is the best. You gonna say he can't nobody fuck with him. He gonna get all these guys. He gonna beat. Okay, we got your shit. Get the fuck out of the way. Tank, what you got to say? Let's listen. So the shit that he good at, the shit that he's best at, bro, is not needed no more. Go get you a young prospect to talk like that about, bro. We want to hear from Tank. So he's not needed. In my opinion, Tank Davis need a great team of trainers to make sure he stay on top of his game, make sure he's getting better, make sure he's staying disciplined. And by trainers, I'm talking to people that train him in boxing, his strength and conditioning, nutritionists, a team to help his physical performance so he can stay at the top of his game. That's where his money should be going. And then whoever's making his fucking deals for him, whether it be endorsements, whether it be fucking fights, whether it be a network deal, that's the only money he should be paying people for. His name is big enough to where he don't need no mouthpiece, bro. People don't want him to have mouthpieces anyway. People want to hear him talk. So my personal opinion, if he fired Leonard Ellerbe and it's true, he don't need him. He don't need him. When we talk about Tank Davis's press conference with Frank Martin, don't nobody talk about what Leonard Ellerbe said. The highlights from those press conferences was Tank and Frank. Tank and Frank, bro. When we talk about the Lamont Roach press conference, no one talks about what Tom Brown said, bro. We don't talk about what Tank Homeboy said. We're not worried about what motherfucking Lamont Roach Sr. said. We talk about what Lamont Roach said. We talk about what Tank Davis said. And everything else stops there. Leonard is not needed, bro. And maybe that's why he was so defensive over that interview. Maybe he was so defensive over that question. And then really didn't even answer the fucking question, bro. So that's my thoughts on it, bro. Again, I don't, everybody do their own thing. Keep who you want around you and shit. But in my personal opinion, as a businessman that does business on a large scale every day, whether you want to believe it or not, I know I'm good at this YouTube shit. It's just a side hustle. It's just a side hustle. But as somebody that understands business and knows what's needed to do big business, for Tank Davis, his money should be spent on everybody that's responsible for his physical performance and making sure he keep his body up. So his trainers and nutritionists and strength and conditioning, and if he does massage therapy or physical therapy, anything to make sure his body is straight, his hands is straight, money out for that. And then whoever making his deals, PBC, Al Heyman, whoever. Louis DeCuba, whoever's negotiating his deals for him, getting him the fights, getting him the deals with the network, making sure that he getting his money. Like, that's all he needs at this point in his career. He don't need nobody talking for him because nobody cares what his team around him has to say. We care what Tank has to say. So Leonard Ellerbe, in my opinion, is not needed. And regardless of whether or not people agree with everything that each content creator says, or whether you fuck with this person or don't fuck with this person, or you know this person or don't know this person. Two-Tone the Superstar asked a good question that everybody care about. And to all the people in boxing that try to act like you above YouTubers or you don't need to ask questions and shit, get off your high horse. You participate in one of the sports that's not popular in America. Specifically, if you're an American name in boxing, like a Leonard Ellerbe, like, bro, you're not talking to Stephen A. Smith on ESPN First Take, right? You're not on Sports Center and shit. You on a YouTube podcast talking shit about another YouTuber asking you a motherfucking question. You on a content creator podcast, right? Talking about grown men worried about other grown men because somebody asked you a question you don't like, but they doing the same shit. They just throwing you softballs and shit and kicking it with you, as they should. This ain't no shot at them. You ain't supposed to be pissing off your guests. Specifically, he in studio with y'all. So y'all done got him in there in studio and shit, and then you piss him off and he walk off, then you ain't got no content. So I understand they position that they in and shit, which is why that's not what I aspire to be. But salute to them for getting them there, having the interview and doing all that. But they on the same shit I'm on. They on the same shit Two-Tone on. They making fucking content. So you ain't got no problem about grown men caring about other grown men. You got a problem with people asking you questions that might be tough for you to answer that you don't want to answer. That's all that shit is. And come off your high horse, bro. If not for YouTubers and shit, and people on Twitter that create content or any of that shit, who the fuck covering boxing? You go watch all the big sports shows or whatever, whether it's ESPN, Fox Sports 1, whatever the fuck you go watch, where they boxing segment at, dog? How dare you be arrogant to the people that actually cover you and put your shit out there on platforms for people to watch and shit? How dare you? How dare you? You gotta be out your fucking mind. You biting the hand that feeds you, real talk. Without people such as myself and other content creators, man, where boxing fans going to get their content from? And damn show ain't ESPN. You gonna hear about football and basketball. They talk about listen. They'll talk about the draft, the NFL draft. They talk about football for next year. More than they talk about what's going on in boxing right now. And you got the nerve to act arrogant because somebody asked you a question you don't like. Get the fuck out of here, bro. They talk about next year, nigga. They talking about mock drafts. What the Cowboys gonna do next year? Shit that ain't even happened yet before they'll talk about what's going on in boxing right now. And you got the nerve to fucking be arrogant because somebody asked you a question you don't like. And it's a legitimate question that Tank Davis haters and Tank Davis fans and boxing fans in general all want the answer to. But you mad about it. The fuck out of here. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Comment below, smash a like. I'll see y'all soon. Peace. Gervonta Tank Davis. Let Shakur Stevenson. Devin Haney know y'all ain't built like that, bro.